But hold on, what is culture?
Oh, Yuli, I'm glad you asked.
Culture has three divergent meanings. There's culture as a process of individual enrichment, as when we say that somebody is cultured, culture as a group's particular way of life, or multiculturalism, and culture as an activity pursued by means of the museums, concerts, books, and movies.
Culture is a confusing word that can be taken in completely the wrong context. For some cultures, the main way that we learn about that culture is through the media or textbooks.
But how can we overcome this problem?
Well, we want to teach the students more about cultures than what they can learn from the textbook and the media. So we want the students to take the information, to understand it, and then use it to create something and express their views on their culture. So to allow the pupils to express their views, we want to give them the opportunity to create something. Thus we thought the 21st century skills would be good to base our project on.
21st century skills define and illustrate the skills and knowledge students need to succeed in work, life and citizenship, as well as the support systems necessary for 21st century learning outcomes. We want students that are not only educated in intercultural competences, but have the necessary skills to use these competences in an entrepreneurial way. The best way that we thought this would work would be to adapt the 21st century skills into our project. We adapted our project to include as many of these as we could. Students will develop in, firstly, the key subjects and the 21st century themes, gaining knowledge in fundamental subjects such as mathematics, science, history, world languages, geography, etc.
Yes. Then the learning and innovation skills, the 4Cs, where is a focus on creativity, critical thinking, communication and collaboration. They are very essential to prepare students for the future.
Then thirdly, we have information, media and technology skills. Today we live in a technology and media involved environment with access to an abundance of information right at your fingertips, rapid changes in technology tools, and the ability to collaborate and make individual contributions on an unprecedented scale. To be effective in the 21st century, citizens and workers must be able to create, evaluate, and effectively utilise information, media, and technology.
Yes, then the last part, the life and career skills. Essential life and career skills include flexibility and adaptability, initiative and self-direction, social and cross-cultural skills, productivity and accountability, and leadership and responsibility.
Our project also takes from a taxonomy of entrepreneurship education. Entrepreneurship education is defined as content, methods and activities that support the development of motivation, competence and experience that make it possible to implement, manage and participate in added value processes.
Yes, so our project takes heavily from the four entrepreneurial dimensions which were outlined by the Danish Foundation for Entrepreneurship in 2015. And the dimensions are number 1, action, which is understood as the competence to start ideas, to achieve these through collaboration, networking and partnership. Number 2 is creativity, which is understood as competences to identify and to create ideas and opportunities, to achieve different and innovative thinking, and to combine knowledge from different fields in new ways. And creativity also involves competences to create and revise one's personal conceptions and to experiment and improvise to solve problems and challenges.
Thirdly, you have outward orientation, which is understood as competences to observe, analyse and construct a social, cultural and economic context as an area for actions and activities that create value. This implies knowledge and understanding of the world at a local and global level, including the assessment of global opportunities and challenges. Fourth, is the personal attitude, which is based on competences to overcome ambivalence, uncertainty and social complexity and to work persistently. It also improves competences to accept and learn from others and one's own mistakes and to make ethical assessments and reflections. It is a belief in acting in the world and thereby realising dreams and plans.
How do we implement all of this?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. To come back to our second point, in our entrepreneurial education, we want the students to think outside the box and to combine knowledge from different fields in new ways.
Our goal within the school setting is to allow the students to embrace other cultures and using what they know and learn about these cultures to create something unique, which is value for them. Students need to learn about cultures to be able to do this. And the best way to learn about cultures is not from textbooks, but from first-hand experience and one-to-one interaction with those from other cultures.
We
are culture!
So our project is to allow the students to create a short silent film based on a saga or a legend from one of their respective countries. And there will be no talking in the film, but the students will compose music which contains the style of the specific country. And the music will then be played over the top of the silent film.
Our project will include the whole school of 80 pupils. All three of us will explain the basics of the project to all the pupils in the auditorium. It will be outlined that the pupils are required to make a short, silent film about a saga or legend from one of our countries that will last about 2 minutes, and at the end they will edit the project together.
So our project is to allow the students to create a short silent film based on a saga or a legend from one of their respective countries. And there will be no talking in the film, but the students will compose music which contains the style of the specific country. And the music will then be played over the top of the silent film.
Once we give the students the information they need, we will not give the students a lot of guidance about their creation. We will leave them to create it by themselves. What is important to us is that they put in the information they have learned about the country.
Within the groups of 13, they will organise themselves and assign everyone different responsibilities within the group. The responsibilities will include acting in the short film, filming and editing, costume creator, and composing the music and helping to direct the film. Some of these tasks are bigger than others, so some of the pupils will be involved in more than one of these tasks. For example, a pupil could be on the filming and editing team, as well as the composing of the music, as editing does not take place until everything else has been done.
So, because it is a big project which will require a lot of self-management and self-organization, it is important that we are very present and always here for the questions. Also, some of the tasks are pretty demanding, so it is important that the students have support. And that is why we will need the help of some teachers. And there will be music teachers, ID teachers, and PE or drama teachers per group to offer help when needed.
We made a basic plan for a week.
Our project will take place over the course of about 5 days. As you can see here, we have outlined each day and what we will do on each day. On day 1 will basically be an introduction day. We will introduce the project to the pupils, divide them into groups, outline what they have to do and give them some basic information about what they need to do and where they need to go. Day 2, they will organise a storyboard, start to act and start to think about what costumes they will use in their production. Day 3 will begin composing. They will start to compose the music that they will use for the short film, and they will continue with the filming and acting as well. Day 4, they will record the music and hopefully finish the music this day. They will correct and change the parts that they are not happy with, so they will complete it and do all the editing. And then day 5 will be the presentation of the short films in the afternoon.
We think we created an entrepreneurial project. We have for example, included action. The competence goal here would be that the students can independently and in cooperation with others plan, initiate, organize and also carry out simple value creating projects. The students have to organize themselves by managing their whole project. When they, for example, cut, compose and act. And even though we give them guidance, the students still have to take the responsibility for their organizing. So we also have in the creativity part. The competence goal is the students can work in a persistent, experimental and exploratory manner in simple creative processes on the basis of fundamental subject knowledge. Yeah, it is included because the students need to know how to cut, to act, to compose. They have to try out new things. Yes, and the fundamental subject knowledge would also be included in that they know what is important in a country, like the clothes or the music and these things. So the students gain knowledge in simple creative processes, and later they are able to identify opportunities or ideas on the basis of fundamental knowledge, experiment and improvise with basic personal and subject knowledge.
Thirdly, we have included the outward orientation. The main competence goal is, based on an understanding of his or her own cultural background, the student can reflect on opportunities in simple social, cultural and economical contexts. They will use the knowledge of the country that they get from us in the beginning to build that in and around their project. Students will gain knowledge in basic cultural and social conditions and opportunities in different cultural and social circumstances. Finally, we have personal belief. This is probably one of the biggest ones alongside creativity in our project. The main competence goal that we have here is that the student has a fundamental belief in his or her own abilities and can independently and in cooperation with others keenly participate in solving uncertain and open tasks and deal with his or her own emotions in reaction in regard to this. Students will have to overcome their own fears, get out of their comfort zone and believe in themselves. Feedback in the end gives reflection on their project, and success is well visible through the video as an end product. Students have to fully believe in themselves in order to act in front of the camera and have to believe in their own ability when composing the music. The students will gain knowledge in his or her own personal resources and how they can develop these resources in themselves. And they will gain knowledge in his or her emotional reactions in the context of various types of tasks. The 21st century skills are at the core of our project. It is clear to see all four of the main areas throughout our whole project. Firstly, the key subjects. Arts, music, drama and English are all have a central focus to our project. It is mainly clear with the arts and music as they will have to compose music and act at the same time as well. Secondly, information, media and technology skills. This one especially is prominent throughout the whole thing, as they will have to film their project, they will have to use the software when creating the music, and especially when it comes to editing at the end, when they have to bring the whole project together, they will have to use a lot of IT skills then. Learning and innovation skills, the 4 C's are critical to our project, especially collaboration and creativity, as the pupils need to work well in a creative manner for the project to be a success. Finally, life and career skills. Many life and career skills are learned throughout the course of our project, mainly innovation and self-direction, as a pupil-led project. Productivity and accountability, as they all need to work together and be accountable to each other for their project. And finally, leadership and responsibility, as there will have to be someone within the group who will take the lead and delegate what needs to be done.
Oh, Julie, do you understand culture better now?
Oh yeah.
We are culture! I think that's terrible.